All right, welcome back to CodeWithKamira. And today we are going to look at another feature that is posts. So we have posts API here. Let's go here. We define it. It's a get. So it's posts plural. Okay. And this is get posts. All right. So we need to auto-generate this. Where's that? Okay, then we create the feature posts. In it, we can have data, logic, domain, UI, and for the UI, we can have pages and widgets. Okay, so we start by defining the repository. So we create a repositories directory, and we can define the repository, call it post repository. So this is an interface. It is abstract class post repository. So we want to get, okay, so it's future network response, get posts, okay. So in data here, we can have models and repositories as well. In the repository here, we can have post repository implementation class. So this is class post repository impl, and it implements the post repository. So it means we need to override this method. And now this repository needs an API client. Okay. So we define this, we say this is a post repository implementation, and in its body, we can say API client equals API service dot API client. Okay, let's give a late initialization. and we remove this. So here we shall have our try. And in the try, we can say final response, okay? Let me complete it, is equals to. So this is a future, so it's async here. And we await. So we say API client dot get post. Okay. And we return a network response. And for success, it is true. And the data is going to be the response. So whatever response we get is what we send to the qubit. And on Dio exception, because we are using Dio, so on Dio exception, you catch the exception, and it's a final message. That's the error message or the exception. The message in the exception is equals to e dot response dot data. Then you pick message because the error is in this message. Okay. And you return a network response of false here, and the error is the message. Then other exception, which is catch e, that one here we say final error is equals to e dot to string. So whatever we get is what we pass. So we return a network response of false here, and the error is error. Okay. So this is our repository, and we need to understand each part. So you write clean code, you separate concerns, you will see how clean it is and easy to debug. Now we have to register this repository. Let's see here. So this is post repository implementation. Okay. Now we go to Qubit. So the post feature, let's look for logic. We'll create the states, post state, and we'll create the post qubit. So in the post state, let's say class post state extends equatable. Okay. Here we return empty props. So we have the initial state. So we say class initial, it extends post state. Okay. Then we have the loading. So class, okay, post loading extends post state. Then we have the success class. Post success extends post state. And here for success, we should expect a response, which we don't know its type yet, so we call it dynamic. And in post success here, we pass this dot response and props, we pass response. So let's copy this. We rename post success to posts error, post error, and definitely the error message is going to be a string. Can it be null? No, let's say message, pass the message, pass the message. It's complaining output required. So we have our states here. Now we go to the qubit. We say class post qubit. For it to become a qubit, it should extend qubit. But of which type? Of the state we created, the post state. Okay. Now let's do this. The one that's passed the initial state. So here is that says super, and we pass initial, the initial state we created. So inside this qubit, we realize that we shall require a repository, which is a post repository. So we can say this dot repository. Now we can have our function future of type void, call it get post. Okay. But is an async. So we emit the loading state, post loading, and then we can call that final response is equals to await repository dot get post. Okay. Now we say if response is successful, success. You see where, remember where we put success true or false? So we are picking the value of success. So we are saying if it's success, then we say final response data is equals to response dot data. And we can print to see what has come. Say my post here. We pass response data. Okay, then because it's success, we expect to emit the post success, and the response we pass response data. In the else, we can say we get the error. So final message, that the correct spelling of message, is equals to response dot error, and we emit the post error state past the message. However, this message is nullable, but the post success doesn't expect a null message. So if null, we say something wrong happened. Okay. Now let's go register this qubit as well. Here. Where are the qubits? Here, block provider. So this is the post qubit, and it reads the post repository. Okay, it's implementation. So it has been registered. Now we need to call this function in the qubit. So we need to go to home page and try to call. So look for home page. Here, let's try to call. It's context dot read, and we are reading the post qubit. So we want the get post. Okay. So I can do this future dot wait, and I put the futures here. I can put them here. List. Okay. Let's try it run and log in. Emily S pass. All right, so let's see our log in the qubit, post qubit. Where is it? If we got the post, no, but the results are coming. When you look here, you see posts in here, a list. So we need to find out why this isn't reaching. So we can also try to log the message. Okay, let's try this. Print error got is message And you see why this one. We just need to see already in the console here we can see that our response of course is coming, but we need to see why it's not showing in this qubit here. Maybe the state is wrong. MLS pass. Okay. I think now it's there. Error. Type null is not a subtype of list dynamic in this. Mind you, let me try to confirm the response type I put in here. Purpose exactly. This is meant to be dynamic since we don't know it yet. And I think that is the cause. Okay, we need to first run something here. We need to first run this. So Emily S pass. So we check. Let's try to directly check this response. Good, we are here. So the issue was a type issue. So we have our posts here. So this is it. Thanks for watching and kindly subscribe to CodeWithKamira if you've not yet subscribed. And for those that already subscribed, please enjoy and feel free to submit your comments, your requests, so that we make it more interactive. If I have some comments or requests to attend to, then that means I will always begin by addressing those comments before we start on a planned session. Invite your friends also so that we learn as a group. I'll be grateful to have a live session with you guys if we get to a larger number. Thanks. Bye.